Alright everybody, what's up? This is lugnuts.guapo coming at you from Maverick Harley-Davidson, or Maverick Harley-Davidson. And I'm gonna go and test ride this beautiful Road King Classic. And we're gonna talk about the new upcoming Harley-Davidsons that have just been announced. Oh yeah, feel that twin cam. Huh. Alright, so Harley-Davidson, I'm already hearing good things and bad things from people around, which is, I mean, to be expected, you know. Same thing happens with the new releases of new things, pros and cons. Alright, so let's talk the four models first of all. One of them is a Livewire, which awesome, you know, all electric. I personally don't know that I would want one, but I definitely would like to test ride one. And I've heard, I mean, it's an electric bike. It's an electric motor, instant torque, no clutch, completely different feel from what you're used to on a motorcycle. Now, the reason I decided to ride this Road King Classic, I'm a big fan of Road Kings, but Road King Classic I feel like is something that emulates the past. And you know, leather bags, granted they're hard bags, but you know, leather bags has that old school look, you know, the passing lamps, and you know, it's a nostalgic bike. And now we're talking Livewire, which is not at all within Harley-Davidson's wheelhouse. Now, I say that, and what I mean by that is, does Harley-Davidson really stand for electric motorcycles? Well, apparently now they do, and I get it. You know, we're trying to set themselves at the forefront of something new, and you know, that's commendable. That is fantastic, and I'm very happy that they're going that route. Now, the other thing about it is, a lot of people are gonna be, I can already see it, a lot of people are gonna be really mad. They were mad when the prototype came out years ago, and now that it's actually gonna happen, 2019 I think is what they said. I mean, there's gonna be people outraged, you know, because people have loved Harley-Davidson for years. They've gone through several motors, and I mean, some people are going to be outraged, but at the same time, you got to think and put yourself in Harley-Davidson's shoes. There's a wider market in the motorcycling industry than just cruisers. There's a lot of sport bike riders out there. You know, there's a lot of other people that you want to capture. I mean, it's business. Now, we'll see what the range is by the time it comes out. And I think they're saying 125 to like 150, or 130 to 150, which is not bad. I mean, it's not bad. This is a good range. I mean, how much you actually get out of a motorcycle is pretty dang close, depending on the motorcycle that you're on, obviously. But I mean, the only bad thing about it is if you decide to travel, which I don't see anyone really traveling on a sport bike type frame, there's only so far you can go, and then you have to sit there and like let it charge, and I think that's the biggest ordeal. That's what, you know, people are saying, that oh, that's the downfall of it. So I don't know, what do you think? If you haven't yet, mash that subscribe button, turn that notification little bell on, ta-ching, and leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about the new Livewire project. Second of all, there's this new a bike that they wanted to launch. It's called a Custom, and it kind of looks like they took the XL 1200R. I think it's an XL 1200R. It's too early, I haven't had my coffee, alright? XL 1200R, I think it is, and a V-Rod. It looks like they mashed those things together and they came out with, you know, that, a Custom. Now, if you look closely, that motor does not look like anything that Harley makes right now. and that is because they don't. It's a new middleweight motor, which I didn't see on the deal that they sent us any information other than there's a 1250, there's a 950 or 975, sorry. I think they said there was going to be like a 500cc one as well. So middleweight, they're trying to obviously make a lighter motor, and you know, they came out with that V-Rod, you know, XL to $100 kind of bike. It looks kind of cool, you know. I would have to see it in person. I'm not completely sold on it personally. Again, this is lugnuts.guapo talking about his personal opinions, my personal opinions, as it doesn't reflect on the dealership. But hey, let's talk about it. Also, comment below, let me know what you think about it. So the other thing is, the other bike that they have on that list is a Street Fighter. That's a 975 motor on it. It's a sport bike, essentially. It's a V-twin sport bike. I mean, is anyone really surprised? I'm not. They were thinking about buying Ducati, like, I think it was like last year. At some point, they're looking at buying Ducati. Is anyone really surprised that after that move, even though they didn't go through with it for whatever reason, they came out with their own sport bike? I'm sure not surprised at all by any stretch of the imagination that they came out with a sport bike. Now, and this is also coming from the Livewire, is basically a sport bike. Again, you have to see it from Harley's point of view. At least that's my theory, is Harley's trying to capture more riders. It's business, all right? So they did specify that they are continuously, they're not getting rid of any, like, you know, cruisers or, you know, baggers or anything like that. That's not going to change. They're going to continue to improve on those bikes, and that's not changing. So to everybody that's, you know, Harley purists, even though a lot of them already thought that, you know, the new 107s are not, you know, Harley DNA or whatever, it's whatever. To me, I mean, it's a fantastic motor. The times are changing. Times have always been changing, and if you don't improve, you will stay behind and become irrelevant. So, and especially in this new technology era, it's like every year there has to be something new in order to stay afloat. Granted, with motorcycles, it's slightly different. That's a completely different industry from, like, you know, say smartphones, you know, tablets and all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff changes way too quickly. But, you know, people get tired. People get bored real quick. So, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's so you have the Livewire, which is an all-electric bike, which I get. You know, it's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna be an affordable bike. Not by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, how many electric, like full-on electric bikes are out there right now? And I know there's a couple like electric bikes, but not quite to the extent that, you know, the Livewire is. Oh boy, what's going on over here? Drop this timber. Anywho, so you have the Livewire, then you have the Custom, which is, I mean, that's just, to me, it's just another motorcycle. Really, the biggest question is the motor. How reliable is that going to be? A lot of people feel like, oh, this is like Buell all over again. And as many know, Buell doesn't exist. And when things go downhill, there's a reason for it. So, Buells were not the most successful venture that Harley's been on. And with that said, there's a bike that a lot of people like that was made when Buell was the thing, and that was the Ulysses. Ulysses? Yeah. Awesome bike. Reliable? And those things are getting kind of expensive to fix too, if you find out someone to fix it for you, because a lot of Harley dealers don't even want to mess with those bikes. I mean, parts are few and far between, and they're a pain to work on. Absolute pain. Techs don't say enough, don't seem to, there's not enough words in techs' mouths to say how much they hate working on those things. At least as far as I've experienced talking to all the technicians. at different dealers. But all that to say, the last one on the list, and I actually dig this bike a lot. It's an adventure bike called the Pan America. That thing is freaking rad. Now, I have talked to people already, they're like, they freaking hate the thing. I've heard everything from like, it looks like a electric razor scooter to, dang, that's awesome. I'm glad that Harley's going in that direction. I get it. I absolutely get it. I was talking to Jace from Fast Life Garage, real cool dude, and he had like earlier this year, if not late last year, he had met, he on this podcast, and I had talked to him a couple times, and an adventure bike is something that he was really interested in, and for a while looking at a couple BMWs, and then I think it's like San Diego Customs built their own version of it, of a adventure bike, which is really cool. But again, that was based on the M8 motor platform, M8 Sato frame and whatnot, so it seems like it would be a very heavy bike. And the Pan America is going to have that new middleweight platform that they're not giving it a name yet. We'll see. I know the first thing the technicians think is probably like, how bad is it going to be to work on? I don't know. 2020 Pan America. I would ride that bike. Oh my gosh, I would be so excited to ride that bike. Some people hate the looks. I mean, it's not the classic look, but Harley has been already kind of straying away in the sense on several of their bikes, not necessarily staying true to the old classic, old-timey kind of bikes, but some of their bikes have actually stayed pretty true, and they try to like incorporate what's old, design wise when it comes to looks to what's new in design wise when it comes to performance. So I get it, Harley. You're trying to expand your market, especially over in India and in some other Asian countries. I know their market has been growing exponentially there, so I get it. So don't be mad, people. Harley is still Harley, and Harley's trying new things, and you can't blame them for them. They're trying to make it. They've been making it for 115 years, one way or another, and this is just another way to make it. And I'm excited for what's to come, and at the same time, I'm trying not to get my hopes up. But it looks, by the looks of the photos, it looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. The description, there's not a lot of information other like cc sizes, and like it's a middleweight class kind of motor, so it's going to be lighter, which makes complete sense if you're trying to do something like the Pan America, which is an adventure bike. Those things are supposed to be light. So yeah, let me know what you think. I personally think some of these bikes are pretty rad, but I have my reservations as well, like most decent people would have, or not decent, I don't know, what am I trying to say, like most people would have, I guess, most normal people. So yeah, let us know. Subscribe, mash that subscribe button, do that little notification bell thing to let you know when new stuff comes out, new vids, homies. So yeah, any questions, concerns, call us here at 972-245-1492. check us out on MaverickHD.com to see our inventory, and also check us out on Facebook under excuse me, under Maverick Harley-Davidson. Also check us out on Instagram under Mav Harley, and on YouTube, which you probably already know because you're watching this video. So yeah, in the meantime, get on your Harley and get some wind therapy. Later.